Hi everyone, I'm Urban Girl and welcome to my channel. It's a really horrible day today, bank holiday, and yeah, the skies are grey and it's raining, so not a very nice day for getting out and about at all. But anyway, I've managed to keep myself quite busy. On my other channel you'll see my fish tank review, but also what I did today was come downstairs and made some modifications to the e-bike. So some of you might have seen in some of my last videos that I've added a front basket to this. Now that's great for extra storage for stuff, but it's not very sturdy or strong, that basket. It only has like a 5 kilo weight limit, so in terms of kit you can't really add a lot of heavy kit into that. And even something as simple as my bike locks, which are quite expensive and really heavy, they really weigh the bag down quite a bit, the front basket. So what I've done is I've gone ahead, and I'll give you a close-up in a minute. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've attached a pannier and a back basket to the rear, and that one's got a 15 kilo limit, so a lot better. This bike, this tiny e-bike, Fiido e-bike, is not really designed for a pannier. It doesn't come with a pannier, and it's extremely difficult to find a pannier to fit it. I bought one pannier, there was no way it was going to fit, like one of those ones that balances off the post, the saddle post. You can't fit them on them because this has got a straight post, and the vast majority of them that I found are actually designed for an angled seat post, so they basically don't fit. So I've gone ahead and I've made a few modifications here to get this pannier to fit the bike, so that I can put the back basket on. So I'll just run, I didn't film all of the time that of actually installing all the stuff, because it took me a long time, twisting screws here and there, pushing things, bending things, and it just took absolutely forever. I think it's taken me at least 2 hours to fit. So I didn't film that bit, but what I'll do now is I'll give you a wee close-up, and I'll just run through how I made those modifications. I'll also leave some links for you, for anybody that's in the UK, of the parts that I purchased for this, and where you can buy them. Or I'll leave a picture as well of some of the parts, additional parts that I purchased to make this installation possible. So first of all, we have the front clip-on basket system. Now because there's quite a lot of thick cables here for the electric bike, you can't get absolutely close up to the handlebar to install stuff. So what I did was I purchased a handlebar extension. I offset it so that I could fit the basket in the middle. The reason for that was I couldn't be bothered moving the gear thing. There's not really a lot of places it can move to anyway, and similarly there's not a lot of places that you can move the controller to, and that's the controller there for the battery. As you can see, not got a great battery, I'm down to half. But anyway, so yeah, so that's where I've just offset it slightly, so you can see it does look a bit wonky, but it works perfectly well. The basket does move a bit, it tends to flop down a lot, but it seems, I've carried quite a lot of stuff in it, and it seems really secure, and I haven't had any problems yet so far, cross fingers. I haven't had any problems so far with stuff falling out. The good thing about this basket system is it has a wee clip here that you just push that button and you can lift that basket at the front off, if you don't want to use it. So I do quite like that front basket. It's not a great basket, it's already got a big massive hole in it. That tends to happen when your bike falls over at force with a big lock, heavy lock in it. So yeah, it's not the first time I've had a hole in it, but as I say, no problem at all. And this one's designed, as I said, to carry. It's a carry basket with a handle on it for carrying the basket, so you can take it off to go and get shopping. But as I said, it has a weight limit of 5 kilograms, that basket. So moving over to the rear basket, first of all, what I did was I bought this pannier rack, and I'll put a link in the description box to the pannier rack. Now, a lot of people have had a lot of problems trying to fit these pannier racks, and I have seen a few different modification ideas to do it. I went for a really simple approach. I attached the pannier rack onto where the mud rack is, the mud guard rack. So that seems quite stable. I mean, you can see yourself, it's quite stable. It's not moving, other than normal jigging about on a bike. And then what I did was I used an aluminium plate here, and I've wrapped that around, and I've attached the 2 legs using M4 nuts and bolts here to attach that. The basket is just a basket that I bought. Again, I'll leave a description to that if you're interested. And you know, you just the instructions are included on how to get that into onto the bike rack, onto the pannier rack. Those are just my really heavy locks that I use. This ABIS lock, it's quite expensive, it's really heavy, but it's the kind of security that I need. It's a gold standard for really high theft areas. So yeah, so that's the modifications. Rear pannier rack with a rear basket and the front basket. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I'm going to probably try and get the bicycle camper finished, or at least the outside bit finished. The final thing that I really need to do with that is attach it firmly now onto the platform rack with the wheels on it, the kiddie trailer thing that I converted. So I really need to attach the coroplast shell onto that now securely, and that would be it finished. Although there's a couple of wee modifications to the inside that I might think about doing once that I've got it stabilised. The other problem, and this is really the biggest issue for me, I have tried and failed, and I've tried for hours. It was driving me absolutely nuts. I can't get the small coupling of the bicycle carrier. I cannot get it onto the bolt that's on that bike. It just doesn't seem to want to go. It seems that, so the coupling unit on the trailer unit is circular. It's got a circular hole. It's a standard whatever millimetre thing, right? And I bought a big hex screwdriver for it, not spanner thing, right? And so it's pretty standard apparently, but the bolt on that bike seems to be a weird flattened oval shape rather than a circle, so it just doesn't want to screw on really easily, and it was absolutely driving me nuts. I tried and tried and tried. I had the bike set out on that table over there, I was hammering it, I was bashing it, I tried so many things, and I cannot get it attached to this bike. So if anybody's got any ideas without actually having to take this bike apart, so I can't do that, I can't take the bike apart anyway, you know, but if anybody's got any ideas, there's something really weird about the shape of the screw. I don't know, So I suppose the other option is to try and find somewhere else on the side of the bike that I can attach it to. But yeah, the issue that I can see with that, I was just looking down at the bike there, the issue that I can see with that is the only other 2 bolts on this bike down at the bottom are for holding on the brake, so I probably don't want to mess with them. Yeah, so it's a real problem, but anyway, we'll need to come up with something. So just a quick video, guys, just to show quite a lot of people the modifications that I've made to this e-bike, because I know a lot of people are really interested in these wee Fiido bikes. They're cheap, they're very cheap for what they are, yeah, I found it not too bad. I mean, it's quite a comfortable ride for me, but I'm quite small. I think if you were really, really tall, I don't think you would probably enjoy it that much. It has got an air suspension on the back, so instead of feeling all the lumps and bumps, you bounce up and down a bit like you're on a merry-go-round, which is quite funny. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's quite a heavy bike. It's not the kind of bike you're going to jump on and off the train either, you know, really easily when you're commuting. So it's not designed really for that, even though they probably show that in a lot of the publicity. It is heavy. Well, it's heavy for me. Yeah, so there we go. Thanks again for watching my channel. I really appreciate all your views and comments, guys. Give me a thumbs up, and if you've not already subscribed, go ahead and click that button, because it will make all the difference to my channel. I'm just an urban girl out having a bit of fun. Bye!